Okay. So let's see how I could do this weekly, since I haven't done anything for a while in this channel. Yeah, I have a lot of videos prepared on the stuff, shenanigans. Yes, I'm gonna try to get into it, but it depends how I can do it. So, yeah. So pretty much what has been going on, guys, I should say at least. Um, so basically, what has been happening would be that I've been bored, pretty much essentially. Yeah, I'm quite bored right now. With this thing going on. Actually, I just should bleep that out. But yeah, this virus thing, I should say. Yeah, it's been quite boring, I'll say the least. So, what has been happening so far has been it's crazy. But yeah, as you can tell by the title, I'm doing another review. So, of course, I am doing The Eighth Son. Are you kidding me? I should say the Japanese title, Hachi-nan tte nan deshou. So, pretty much it is isekai anime, like always. There's been a lot of isekai anime every single season, so don't be surprised about it. But yeah, so pretty much this isekai anime, I should say at least, a little bit unusual. I went and watched the first episode to give you the review of it. I'll say it's quite different what I have fully expected. As you can tell, I read the manga. I have not read the light novel yet because it's based on light novel. So I'll give you the manga perspective of it and the anime perspective and how I actually felt so different from comparing those two, because I'm more of a manga reader than light novel reader. Also, I don't think there's a translation of the light novel that I've seen. I don't know. I probably had to read it to fully understand the first episode. So the first episode is pretty much like a little introduction. So you see the main character using his magic to help with the citizens and helping them to help with the development of the town. So while I was doing the development, you see like how like the partner, his teammates, and then after that, he actually went back to when he was still human in Japan, I'll say at least, and how he actually got transported into the other world. So he got transported. Of course, you see him like making food and stuff, and see him how he transported, and then he transported into a wedding reception, and he was really confused. He didn't even know his name or anything. So he couldn't do anything, and his big brother stepped up, helped him to get into what the world really is, his name, and like what he's doing, like where he is and those stuff. And then when the main character thought that he's having a good life because he's having good food, it turns out that his family, his nobility, is quite poor. So it's pretty much like second lowest, which is from what I heard from the manga. They haven't been told in the anime yet, but it's the second lowest. And then what you see is like him figuring out what son he is. He's pretty much the eighth son, so in the family. So yeah, then his big brothers decide to leave into town and to earn jobs, become adventurer and money. And then after that, it's him by himself pretty much essentially, and he's trying to find books to read and those stuff, and he found a magic ball coincidentally, and of course he has a talent to do magic. And then he tried to do magic when his father told him to get some firewood. And then actually I learned that a lot. And then you see one mysterious character. You see, I'll say his mentor, because he is pretty much a mentor for him. of learning magic. So of course you don't see that, but that is pretty much a little like I'll say what happened in the first episode. Now, why I think the first episode is actually quite dull and bland, I'll say the least, is because there's no progression to say. In the manga, pretty much you see some progression. You actually see him moving fast, really fast. So pretty much in the first chapter, it's pretty much a little introduction, like 2 page of him, like, oh yeah, I got transported, and then it actually just shows him already growing up and with a partner fighting. So that, and then you see 2 more characters as well in the first chapter, and that was the first chapter. And the second chapter is pretty much a backstory, like a flashback of how he learned magic. And that was the first chapter. That was quite fast, and you don't actually see him actually develop in the chapter, which what I believe is actually good, because it gets straight to the point, and you have because every single time in like isekai anime, there is always a backstory and the development. But what I love about the this anime like manga is that there's no that much of a development inside of it. It actually gets straight into the character. So that's what I loved about it, and that's why I was hoping the anime does the same thing. But I don't know what the line-no perspective is, so I can't tell. So overall, the anime itself, the first episode was quite boring in my opinion. Like the interlude was too long, like 4 minutes of just like them introducing, seeing the characters, what they do and those stuff, and then after that, okay, I'm pretty. It just went straight back to the flashback. We don't even, in the manga, we actually don't see the actual character itself, his human form before he got transported to another world. So that's what actually confused me. And then the fact that the wedding and the introduction of the characters and those stuff was too long, I actually disliked the first episode quite badly. So hopefully they make it up. I'm pretty sure the second episode is pretty much them actually learning magic. So that's when I was like, the first 2 episodes, I don't think it'd be that good. I'm pretty sure after 3 and after that, you see actually his adventure and his actual development, because his development as he goes throughout his adventure, that's what excites me, not his development into actually learning magic. So in my opinion, it's actually not that big of a deal watching the first episode. Even just watching the third episode, and you just see him, and then him just going adventure. That's why I don't mind. I don't mind doing that. Second episode is a little bit important because it just shows out him learning magic and those stuff. That I understand, but just the first episode itself, I don't think is that important in my opinion. First episode meant to show you what is it, what's how it what's gonna be in the future and those stuff and the shenanigans. The first episode didn't actually show that at all, to be honest with you. It's just bland, boring, and they try to put some comical sense when he was like, oh yeah, and that's not true and those stuff for magic. What's the point? It's pretty much making up the minutes. That's all it is, in my opinion. I know I've been brutally annihilating this anime, this first episode, but I just believe it is. I don't think it's actually worth that much time. I actually think I wasted my time watching the first episode, because I don't need that much backstory. I don't think we need actually that much backstory. Just give us a 7 to 8 minutes of the little backstory thing. I don't mind, and him learning magic. That itself, I'm fine with. I don't mind just a little bit quick backstory about the family, and bam, learning magic, and next episode him just going on an adventure. That's what I would like to see in the first episode. But they just I don't see the point of learning more, talking about the family more, because the family is actually not the main part. The family is actually quite irrelevant. Himself and his development from learning magic and becoming an adventurer and those shenanigans. That's the development that we have to see. That's the main plot, not the family. And the one thing is, he doesn't even need a magic ball. Like, his mentor actually can tell the altitude of each people's magic. He don't need a magic ball, to be honest with you. So that was just a relevant scene, to be honest. And that was not relevant. Oh yeah, him like learning he's the 8th son. That's like, really. He could have just, like, a father said, oh yeah, you're the 8th son. Something like that. Something like that shenanigan. It's just anything that just doesn't, like, belong. That doesn't, like, make the introduction. Make the introduction of the characters like slow. Because that, in my opinion, was so slow and so bland. It's actually not that great. The animation of it, I say the least, is alright. It's decent, in my opinion, for the style that it needs. I say it's good. I said decent, but yeah, I just changed it to good. Compared to other animation styles I've seen from isekai anime, like what was it? Arifureta was one of them that I actually hated. That was quite bad. As an animation for isekai, I say Shin Magician's alright. Wasn't bad. Seven Prodigy, meh, it's alright. Like, those are alright. This one actually quite fits with the style it needs to be for the future episodes. Since I know quite some backstory inside of it, like, I know the story inside of it, I was hoping it'd be good. So I'm happy for the animation to be great. Storyline just bland, just full on bland. No way. And I'm like, yeah, everything else, the style and the stuff is alright. Like, they actually made it to a point that it actually looks like it's gonna be great for, like, when using magic, sword fight and those stuff. I'm actually glad about that. So hopefully actually keep the animation at the same consistency because of the of this V. It's hard to say what's gonna happen. We don't even know because things can be postponed and those stuff and those stuff. So hopefully this anime does continue, and I'm just praying that it doesn't actually, like, focus too much on, like, the bad, like, on the stuff that it shouldn't matter. Because if they do that, the 12th episode is going to go fast and it's going to be boring. Like, the series itself is an action magic anime, and it is quite a fast development as well for him. Like, he actually developed so fast. Every episode has to be different, so it's gonna be different. So I'm just hoping they do well on it and they don't delay it that much, because if they delay it a lot, it's actually hard to fit everybody. Because the pink hair girl I see in the beginning, that is quite a little bit late, like probably episode 11, 12 or 10, if they're actually trying to shove everything. I just want them to keep it as a normal pace, like a good amount of pace that is that you show all the characters that you shown from the beginning of the series, because all the characters is gonna be there definitely, except I don't know about the pink hair girl because it took a while in the manga. I don't know about in the series, so I pray to God that it's gonna be a good pace, because right now I believe it's in a slow pace. If they actually make it into, like, after such a slow start, if they actually kept the speed a little bit hard, like make it a little bit faster, not too fast that we don't actually recognize it and still make it good, but also like a little bit fast that it still makes it good and we don't recognize it. So that's what I'm praying for them, that would be able to do it. But that's my personal analysis in the series. Just in my opinion, first episode is actually not that important. Like, first impression, I would say, if I had to give it a MAL rating, like probably a 6.4. Like, I actually genuinely don't believe it's actually that well made in my sense. Like currently, let me see actually the MAL rating for it right now. Yeah, 6.47. That's actually quite bad as it is. That just shows that it's not living in its hype, in my opinion. It's not. It is quite so slow that everybody's giving it 6.4. So if they don't speed it up, I don't know what's the future hold for it. I'm pretty sure it will stay as a 6.5, 6.6. I say it stay around that much. Remember, first episode always gives you an impression. I'm hoping everybody still gives it a chance just from the first episode. But like the animation, like Shin-A animation, and there's another one. Synergy SP. I know you guys are not that well known. Please make the animation. Please make the storyline a little bit fast, but fast enough that we actually don't notice it. Yeah, 6.56 actually increased, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm not still saying this my honest opinion and stuff. I'm gonna leave it as that. Hope you guys enjoy this little review. I'm just hoping my voice isn't too loud for you guys. But yeah, I'm done. I'll see you guys probably next week. Give you another review on a different anime because actually I like doing reviews a lot because I actually like speaking. I like talking about each seasonal anime. That's why I love doing reviews. I might do more top 10 soon. So yeah. Hope you guys wait for that. So that's all I'm gonna say. See you guys next time.